Hello everybody, welcome in and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another design video that I think is truly inspired. This is a design of my own making, so I'm very proud of it. I think it will fit very well onto my ancient Roman themed island. So today we're going to be designing and masking the museum to look like the Pantheon in the city of Rome. And I did a little bit of research on trying to figure out how to best sort of cover it up without using the conventional castle gates or, what's trending now. So I'm definitely utilizing the ruined arches and the ruined decorative pillars, and there's going to be some other cute stuff in there, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get building. So the museum itself, excuse me, is 7 by 4. And so when I went to figure out the placement, I kind of knew that I wanted it to be a little bit larger in terms of placement, just because it had to not only hold the museum, but anything else I potentially wanted to put around it. And I knew that most of the items that I was using is a 1 by 1 square, so I kind of did a little bit of mathing, and those of you that have seen my channel before know that math and I are not friends, but I still attempted to do the best I could with the situation. So I thought that these decorative pillars and these ruined arches really added that sense of drama and just that sense of architecture that is so common in most Roman design. And so it was really a no-brainer to utilize these in this space. And so I'm putting these decorative pillars on the edge just because it's going to not only be a placeholder, but it's also going to act as sort of a quasi entryway. And so these pillars are such a great addition to this game. Like, anybody who's thinking about doing any kind of architectural flair definitely needs to utilize these because it just adds so much drama and so much intrigue to the space. This took so much trial and error, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I had to try so many different placement options until I finally landed on trying to not fully recreate the Parthenon Pantheon. I always forget what it's called. I always want to say Pantheon, but then that's someone else says, no, that's not what it is. And we'll roll with it because that's just what we do. We'll roll with it. Okay. So I actually I settled on using like a three pillar approach here, just because it filled in the space, but it also helped to kind of give more credence to the actual architectural design of the Pantheon. If you look at photos of it, you will see that the columns themselves are very spaced out, so they're not all close together. And I wanted to kind of toy with that idea a little bit, but I also wanted to invoke some additional creativity of my own and to try to really fill out the space with something beautiful and something very nondescript, something that you really wouldn't think of going together, and seeing those utilized in the space works out really well. I used so many decorative pillars, you guys. It's not even funny. Like at one time, I think I had a full pocket of just these decorative pillars and arches, just because I wanted to do so much with them, and I think it turned out really good. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so with this little entryway, I knew I had a placeholder, which was this arch. And so when I initially did it, that's how I kind of figured out my spacing for my two inclines. And then I thought, this needed something else. It needed something more dramatic. I thought, why not just cluster them and see how that looks? And I tell you, I was so impressed with my with my little overlay here that it turned out so remarkably well. And this kind of arched effect with the arches is a good way to maximize space, but also a good way to add just visual interest. And it turned out incredibly cool, just the way that they're spaced. And no Roman architecture would be complete without a fountain. And so this park fountain worked so well because not only is it a seat, but it just adds to the drama and to the flair. And of course, it needs to be donned out with some cuteness. So of course, a decorative pillar having a decorative pillar on each side definitely brings the drama, it brings the flair, and it just brings this whole design together. Thank goodness for this little scooching, because I don't know, before it would not have worked. And so I utilized just the wedding candles as a a topper that was different. But if you were to viewing this at night with those, just makes it so much more hi cheery, so much more intriguing. And so then I thought I needed to have something to flank these stairs as well. And so, I brought out my trusty decorative pillar again. And now I found these power stones, which I'm loving. And as a great topper there, it just adds so much majesty, and it's a place of true power. And then it also adds that dimension that you want to kind of fill out the design of the whole space. And then I wanted something here in the middle that made a statement, and so I had to go with this pine tree just because it's massive and it was the perfect addition to this space. It filled it in nicely, and then the final touch, just some warrior statues. It doesn't have to be a warrior statue for you if you want to utilize any kind of other piece of architecture, or I just wanted to do that because for me this is going to be a very magical place for strength and just overall intrigue, and I think that will add so much intrigue and dimension to this build that it is something that I think will offer just something interesting for your island. And there we have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below what you think. Check out my Instagram, check out my Twitter. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give the video a like and tap that bell for more updates and when I go live. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!